Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Kim. And Albert, we've been on for quite some time, but I think we've hit all the sports now for sure. And believe me, we're not disparaging this accomplishment in any way.
No,
Well done.
We honor anyone who's done something special, and the Austintown Fitch cheer team has now won back-to-back state championships and their title in Division II traditional building category. Think about that. I say my granddaughter do it, and I'm amazed how high they go and what they do in the air.
Me up there. Well, first they couldn't get me up there, but even if they could, I'm not doing any flipping.
Truth. And
Hey, by the way, I was coaching one time. We were playing Penn Hills. And I hear this thud.
Oh no.
Yes.
Cheerleader hit the ground. Huh?
Yes.
Wow.
So we do not underestimate this in any way.
Well, here's why we don't. We realize that the practice you put in is just as much as the football team, the band, anybody in that school. You can't be great. So Coach Julie Williams, you have to be proud of your girls. Congratulations to all the girls of the Austintown Fitch cheer team for your effort and for your accolades. Congratulations. We also want to move into college basketball. Youngstown men defeated Green Bay 81-77. I sure hope they weren't proud of that one.
Well, Gottlieb's doing such a good job, Al.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's only 3-28 or
they beat
something.
Gottlieb, and that's not a big accomplishment, especially when you're down the whole game.
He still has his radio show, Albert.
Yeah, I know. You got to play better, YSU.
Come on.
If you're going to do any damage in the tournament.
No, they lost to Milwaukee. Milwaukee turned around 2 days later and got beat at Robert Morris. So I'd say the tournament's open.
Wide open.
But this isn't
best.
acceptable.
Yeah, and that's the point. George just let me in. When something's open to have, you want to be playing your best basketball in late February, early March, because that's when the tournament takes place. And I'm talking about the tournament representing Rising. Nico Gillette led with 21 points and 9 rebounds. They do have a different scorer all the time that leads, but they're going to have to get better defensively. You can't give Green Bay 77 yet. You can't give Milwaukee 80-some. You're going to lose unless you're having a great shooting night. We root for the Penguins because we cover them. They're now 13-6, right behind Robert Morris and Cleveland State in their Rising Conference. 19-11 overall, third in the conference. Finish up with Northern Kentucky coming up. We'll cover them heavily in the tournament. Hopefully, we'll watch them play on ESPN in the finals, George.
Oh, I always like to catch them on TV.
In girls, the girls broke a 5-game losing streak, beating Detroit. Sophia Gregory led them with 19 points. Haley Theory, 18, and Malia Jestro, the shooter, chipped in with 10. The girls will be an underdog big time in their tournament, but you got a second chance. George, anytime you have a second chance,
for 3 days. That's all it is. Get hot. Yeah. Survive in advance, as they say.
Yeah, I don't care what the score is, 48-47 or 99-98. You want to move on. Champion in bowling, Garrett Martin. We had to put this in the Division II district individual title. He bowled a perfect game. Oh my God, a 300 game for Garrett, and that led to the flashes to the team championship. That last throw, George, has to be nerve-wracking.
I wouldn't know. I can't tell you. You'll have to take your word for it. If I get 2 in a row, I'd have been celebrating.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. In high school basketball, Canfield cruised over Crestwood to claim the Division IV district title in girls basketball. They had a 16-0 run in the game.
That'll do it.
Jenna Treberry led with 20 points, along with Marina Koenig with 15. And Western Reserve girls also used a strong second half to win 48-35 to win the District 7 Northeast District 3 championship. They trailed by 8, but came out and outscored Cornerstone Christian 29-8 in the second half for a 13 point victory. They were led by Kylie Ramsey with 18 and Quincy Miller with 15.
Yeah, when you're playing this time of year, things are good.
Yeah, I don't know if it was adjustments at halftime. I don't know whether they just played better, but I just know that there are two halves of basketball, and you have to play both of them to win. And Cornerstone Christian thought the game was over at halftime, and Western Reserve turned it around on them. For you people playing in the Ohio tournament right now, it's a 4-quarter game, 2-half game. You can't play one half and not play the other. You're going home. That's the way it works.
No, because you get to the point, the other team's good also. You know, during the year, you get some sleepers and you just name the score. But in the playoffs, at least after one round, we get rid of the
riffraff.
Yeah. All right, we have to talk about this because you and I have been on them strong. And I'm going to tell you, I watched Sunday night or Saturday night. It was one of them. You want to talk about a team that is loaded. And I don't say this often. We've been on here a lot of years. This Cavalier team, let's talk about them, Albert.
Well, I know one thing, that you're going to have to score a lot of points to beat them because they can really score. They move the basketball. They share it. They move it ahead. They all can shoot it. They rebound the ball well so they get out and run. When Garland's your fourth best player,
pretty good.
You have a heck of a team. And now they added Hunter, and that adds way more fuel.
I saw him come off the bench the other night. He's bigger than I thought he was. Let's talk. Now, they're not great on defense, but what they are, they're good enough to get that stop and get out and go. Yeah. And when that floor's open, let me tell you, can they beat, you know the question I'm going to ask.
Oh, that's for sure.
And you don't have to beat them once.
They'll have to play better. If it was a one-game thing, but it's not.
No.
That's the problem.
No.
They have to beat them 4 times. And the Celtics are shooting well.
No.
Then you aren't beating them because that's their strength. They're the best shooting team in the NBA, and they spread that floor and they shoot 1,000,000 threes.
Oh.
You know.
And not only that, they have more than 1 or 2 or 3. Then that kid comes off the bench and he kills you.
Snipers off the. I get snipers all over.
You know who I really have appreciated his game from the Olympics on? White.
Mm-hmm. Good player.
He'd
be a top player on another team.
Yeah. Let's talk. I wrote some things down to get your thoughts on them. They share the ball, the Cavs, throw it ahead. I love teams that throw it ahead. Mm-hmm. Geez, I hate when a guy just pounds that ball into the ground. They do share it. They pass it ahead. And you said this, and I want to hit this a little bit, multiple scorers.
Yeah, when you got Allen, Mobley, and Mitchell, all 3 of them are really good players. And Garland's a 20-point scorer as your 4th guy. Hunter comes in off the bench now. He can hit 20 at any time.
How about guys like Strus?
Shooter.
Gets his feet down.
Shooter. That's what they got him in that spot for. If he's feet are down and facing the basket, there's a good chance it's going in, and that's why they have them. They want shooters to match Boston's shooting. Yeah. They have to score that many points.
And beating Boston 4 times in 7 games. We will find out. We'll talk. You and I have invested in the Cavs a little bit, and I wouldn't mind Milwaukee or Knicks beating Boston for us.
Knicks can't.
No. What is going on there?
I don't think they can.
Do they go? Remember, they used to be good on defense.
The NBA is so spread out now. It's so hard to play defense in the NBA.
Good point. Good point. I get you.
The
spacing. See, everybody looks at the games and doesn't see a lot of run the way, But what they don't see is the spacing.
Yeah, and that's what they do so well in the NBA.
Yeah, they do.
All it takes is one bad step by the defender, and they get into the lane, and they'll dunk it. If you don't stop them, somebody comes to help at all. They kick it, and then they kick the second pass. The second pass will get you a shot. One more. You'll hear them yell, one more. One more.
Yeah. That's good basketball.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good basketball. Now, OKC in the West, they're almost at the Cavs' pace. I believe they have 1 more loss.
Yeah, that's why C winning the West, but I never count Denver out with Jokic.
No.
Never.
Did you see his game last night by any chance?
I know he had 19 assists. I know
9 rebounds, 30-something, 19.
19 assists, think of that.
And 9 rebounds.
You want to play with a guy like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If you know
if you're open, you get the ball.
He's going to get the ball to you. That's the kind of guy you want to play with.
You know what I saw the other night? First time I've ever seen this, and I've been watching, like I said, more NBA late. Say in the last couple of years, I've gotten away from the college till the tournament. Maybe that's why I don't know what I'm doing in March Madness. But anyway, I'm in there and I'm watching, And there's this guy, the Lakers have some injuries. They have a backup center in there. And I've never seen anyone not make Jokic work like this kid. He was playing him ball side, most guys just like they're blindfold going to the firing squad. This kid wasn't doing that. And you know what?
He didn't read the press
No, he did not, or he didn't care. He said, "I'm here now,"
Right.
and they murdered Denver. Lakers murdered him.
Well, yeah.
And it was, I'm telling you, it was him.
How about that?
He made
Hope
Jokic.
the team knows that.
They can't be that dumb. And what I'm saying, I don't mean to say other guys just don't seem to want embarrassed.
He has that footwork. He does embarrass.
And this guy was in there thinking, hey, this is my chance.
That's the way you do it. That's the way you make your name.
Boy, was I
You
impressed.
make your name against Joker. You can make your name against anybody.
Now let's talk about the West. Are there more teams in the West that can be a threat?
Yeah, I think so.
You got Oak City.
Yeah, I do.
You got Denver.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have any regard for
Lakers.
the Lakers?
Yeah, Lakers will be there. Dallas, if he comes back, he'll be there too.
Now, what do you think? They're playing tonight. It's Tuesday, and they're in Dallas, and they're not allowing anybody with the Doncic shirt in the game.
They're not allowed.
No.
What's that reason? How's that?
Well, they're wanting to fire the GM, and they're basically they didn't want Luka to go.
Oh, I understand.
Well, how do you? But I mean, can they tell you what to wear?
No, I don't like that.
I'm the same way now. I guess that make you put your sign down.
Yeah,
Fire
story.
so and so.
Yeah.
I wonder what you thought about
That's
that.
interesting. Is it going on?
Can Luka and LeBron carry? Well, really, there's a shooter in that team too, Reeves. I mean, they're not. He can shoot,
Oh no, I don't think there's many guys aren't the pros that can't shoot.
but I mean, are there three? Do you consider those like three amigos, or they're down 2.5?
Two. No,
Yeah,
Reeves,
okay.
Reeves not an amigo.
Yeah, okay, but he's 20-pointer.
He's not an amigo.
Okay.
No, he's not. He's not an all-star. He's just good. He's just a good player.
Okay, let's talk about the Warriors. It looks like Jimmy
Another
Butler.
team that's a good-
Did he revitalize them?
Oh yeah, you get an all-star like there's an all-star. There's an amigo. The guy plays. He backs his way in, and then
He's goofy, but
oh no, that's why
it all ends in fire.
That's what they all put.
That's his third, fourth team. They all end in disaster.
They don't care.
But
Unless he wins one.
I can see Draymond's got a perk, and Steph the other night bombed in. He shot one. He just crossed.
Yeah, there's no range.
No.
Limitations.
And you know what, too? He shoots it.
Oh no, he doesn't throw.
No.
He changed the whole game by how he shoots the ball from three. Everybody copies him.
Now, there's a third of the season left.
That's what's left there.
Yeah, 28, 20, about 27, 29,
Yeah.
80. But here's the thing that people don't realize, and one of the reasons I respect LeBron so much, there's possible 28 more. 4-7.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of games. It's a long season. Hockey and basketball are long seasons. Too long for me.
Yeah.
Never going to take the money back.
That's the problem.
You're not seeing the best basketball.
Now, you answered your own
it's a money
response, because normally I would say if they cut 10, well, tell those guys you're cutting 1/8 of their salary and get the answer. No, they're not doing
They
it.
don't play. They don't care about that one.
We should tell them this story. We have a buddy who's an NFL agent, and he's in Washington area. He lives in the suburbs. Goes to game, it's $300 for a decent seat. And he goes, and there's all these kids with Lillard jerseys on. They're playing Milwaukee Bucks. You can fill in the blank, people. Number one, Lillard didn't dress. Ignored the kids that wanted stuff signed. Ignored them. And he was telling me, see, we don't think of this. But because the Wizards are so bad, teams always rest their good players against them because they can beat them anyway. They won their first game the other night in 7 tries at home. And even the worst teams at home are dangerous in that league. As you say, third.
So they don't play their best players against Washington, huh?
Never. And then they're all trying to capture the flag, Cooper flag. You know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do. I heard Popovich won't be back.
Why? I hope he doesn't.
Have we seen him he had a stroke.
Yeah, he shouldn't come back with health reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, that should tell him.
And that is a stressful.
Yeah.
And someone was saying the other day, something I didn't realize. I mean, I would have if you pinned me down, but it's not something that comes to mind. The guy says how many times he's flying in a month.
As I said, you're gone.
No.
It's,
No.
your off days are still in the gym.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. So
You say
it's time for him to get out.
I say he doesn't come back,
I say
but
so.
I don't have any
Oh, I'm saying he doesn't come back.
information. I
I'm telling
say
somebody's telling him health-wise he shouldn't come back.
yeah, I have no proof.
Yeah.
Now the Lakers, like I said, they go to Dallas Tuesday night, and they won't allow Luka jerseys. I can't wait to see them getting people to change or throwing them out or what. I did see them throwing them out with the signs, "Fire the GM." I did see that, but that just seems ridiculous. All right, let's talk NCAA. We've been doing this show for quite some time, and I know last year I asked you, you said 8 to 10 or whatever. I'm going to ask you again. This year, now I know they're talking, we're going to have to talk about the SEC after we get your initial.
Well, that's my answer. That there's
How many in there? 6
yeah,
there?
there's 6 from the SEC can win it.
Okay, how about
Yeah,
Big East?
Yeah, 3,
2, 3?
2.
Big 10.
1, 2, 2.
So we're at 10. ACC 1.
1.
Duke 11.
And 3 from the Big 8 or Big.
Oh yeah. Well, we better not forget.
That's a 14.
Better not forget that league.
No, I'm not forgetting that. That's,
No.
yeah, nobody
How
else-
about a Memphis
No,
or someone from?
no, none of those teams are good enough.
They can win a game or two.
Oh yeah, they can
Like
do that.
Florida Atlantic get the Final Four that one year.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to get into some detail here. Lenardi says more than 12. Do you
From
really?
SEC,
Yeah. Do
I told you it would be 14. I said that.
You said that the other day, and I was looking at the bottom 3: Vanderbilt, Arkansas.
They're all going in.
They're all going in.
Yeah.
Is that because? Well, you
There's
know.
so many of those quads, wins
Okay.
over in their
Is
league.
it okay? Yeah, they get them. Are you saying that they're that good, or like the ACC? I've never seen it this bad. Never.
Yeah, well, ACC is not good.
No.
That's for sure.
Big Ten is good.
And Big Ten, but yeah, the SEC has the best team, best conference by far. I mean,
Okay.
they're loaded up with players. I watch them play. They're different than everybody else I see play. I mean, you watch A&M play.
You told me once before that you liked Alabama, and
Love
they're
Alabama.
still dangerous. They just don't guard.
No, they guard, but
Can
play
they guard a little better?
Oh yeah, they guard. They just play so fast.
Give up
that it's
100.
hard.
I just see
When you play
100.
that fast.
But man, 100, jeez, that's a lot of points.
They play so
Okay, how about Lenardi? He says, and he's generally, reason I think you're right is because he misses 1 out of
No, he's on it.
72.
Yeah, he's on it all the time. That's what he does every day every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
And,
it's a lot.
But it's common sense. Just watch them play. I mean, geez,
They're
oh,
different.
Man. Yeah.
Could a Tennessee sneak in there?
Yes.
Oh my.
My goodness, they can win it easily.
Florida.
Easily.
Oh my. But don't mess with Buzzy. A&M. I don't mess with Buzzy. No.
If
I
there's
know.
a team I would take out of that thing, that's why I take Florida. Florida can beat anybody.
That's what I heard a guy say that the other day. He said, we like them. Now, you and I like UConn early.
Still like UConn.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is going on there? Just
Nothing.
mid-season
It's
blahs?
hard. It's hard to win.
Mid-season
When
blah.
when it's on your back, when the bullseye's on your back.
Okay.
And Hurley brings it.
No.
He brings it on his back.
That night he was calling that guy Baldy. He was with, hey, Baldy! And he was pointing to his finger. In the meantime, he doesn't have a speck of hair.
Yeah, he brings
He's
it.
calling a guy Baldy. I thought the same thing.
He's an easy target. No
So he
question.
brings, in other words, these other teams, they're getting up regardless.
And they're as
Not
good
that
as him
they-
this year. Other years
No,
he was
he
better.
was way better.
He had three number one
No.
draft choices.
Oh, I didn't mention St. John's.
Yeah, you got to mention that.
You got to mention St. John's. No, they're humming.
Yeah, I said there's 2 from that. That's 2 I counted. St. John's and Connecticut.
I remember when he got that job, you and I were all over this one. We said he's going to get that Wall Street money.
Yeah.
Tell the fans what he said about recruiting the other day.
Well, he's not getting any high school kids, that's for sure.
But who says it?
They all say it now, though.
Just-
Pearl started it. Pearl started it. I'm not getting
He's
high
like,
school
kid, he said, I don't have time to train him. He said, I got to
don't
put
want I don't
30
want to take time to
pounds.
develop them and then lose them. After 2 years, they lose
Yeah.
them. So they'd rather get them. That's what they go. They just got to tell somebody, hey, we got $3 million for you.
Do you think how do you think they go about that? Do you
think
think
they cheat.
they get their agent?
Remember the
They all
old
have
days?
agent. Oh, yeah. Handshake line, too. Don't
Yeah,
think it
oh,
doesn't
yeah.
go on
It's
there.
going on for sure. Right now it's going on.
No.
Uh-huh.
No question. You know what I did see, though, in online the other day? There were 5 teams picked in the top, I imagine 2025, that aren't in there. Kansas, UConn, there were 5
And they're
of
all
them.
dangerous, though.
You don't want to play them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. You might think they're not in the top 25. That means 0.
You get them in the
Play
tournament.
them on a day and they're hot and they're playing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I agree 1,000%. Very unusual though because they had the pictures of and they were famous
best
coaches
teams,
too.
right.
Yeah, Kansas, Connecticut. I mean, who would have thought they wouldn't be in there? But they're not. First 2 days of the NCAA tournament, we used to take our personal days.
Right.
I just think that is the best 2 days.
That is great. I like I like the individual tournaments
The
better.
weeks before, I
That's
do.
my-
I
that's my
agree with
favorite
you.
time.
I agree
I
with you.
love seeing it, like NC State last year that made their run because they did so well in their own tournament. They would never got out. They wouldn't
No, they wouldn't have gotten in. Well, remember the year Valvano won it?
Same thing.
He had to win all the way through.
Yeah.
I remember staying up. They were playing Pepperdine.
Yeah, I never forget that.
11:30, 11:40 at night, fouling on purpose to get the ball back and shoot three.
Yep. 90% free throw should have missed twice.
Yeah, that's when you know you're not
Yes.
supposed to win. I remember taking my personal day. And what are famous things? The 12-5 upset. Something
every
about
year.
the construction of the curve
Yep, happens every
that
year.
makes the
It's
12.
automatic.
Yes, there's at least one or two out of the
And now
four.
13s are starting to win too, so that tells you that
Well, and we've had a
so closer.
16, which we never had before. Last year, Oakland beat Kentucky. I mean,
They're coming on, by the way. Oakland's coming on again.
he's old.
Coming on.
He's old school dangerous. He's the longest tenured coach in the country, I
They
believe.
shoot it.
Yeah, they
I mean, he
should.
gets shooters. That's what he does.
Yeah, he's not messing around. Gelke last year he was unconscious against Kentucky. Now, let's talk about the combine. These people, they love this underwear Olympics is what they refer to it as. It's basically what it is. What I don't think I realized, and I was doing some reading, the amount of medical evaluations and the amount of interviews, and you're allowed to pick 30 guys and bring them to your place, but you can only bring 30.
Yeah, that's why they have them.
Talk about it.
They truly want to know everything about you. They want to know if you have a bad knee, and all of a sudden they check your knee and they see your toe move. They check the toe. I mean, they know everything about on the body. I remember Jordan Whitehead went down there. We talked to the guy in the combine. He said Whitehead's never been looked at. So
Top to
close.
bottom,
Yeah.
checking
They
everything.
want to make sure you have no.
If I'm going to give you $10 million,
Right,
I don't
that's
want
why.
you to have a knee problem or a foot problem.
I don't believe in the interviews. I don't because I think they can Eddie Haskell you.
Yeah, I heard it good. Good. Tell
I
'em.
think they can lie to you. I mean, they can make it look like he's
study
man, he's a good man.
I study film every night. I heard the guy saying the other day, Mayo, he and Gruden, when they were together, Gruden had one of the quarterbacks in his hotel room calling out cadences. And the kid, I don't know if he was comfortable, and he said Gruden was all over him because he wasn't loud enough. And I think the kid was kind of,
Taken back with that.
like, blue, 70.
Right.
No, and I guess Gruden had a bunch of footballs, some with strings, some with not. He was handed to him. I mean, I think they're more thorough
Yeah. Oh, I know they are.
than we think
No,
they are.
I believe they're way more thorough.
Now, how about the running drills? That kid last year from Texas beats Deion Sanders.
Yeah, Worthy made money on that one.
I saw the other day the kid from Boise's not running. The kid from Penn State's not doing anything, Abdul Carter. He says he's not ready. And most of the quarterbacks, Shador is not throwing. They all want to throw in their pro day.
their own day.
Because why? Because they have their own receivers.
They have their own day going, and they feel very comfortable in their own stadium, or wherever they're at.
What do you think
That's
about that?
changed completely. That's the agents are taking over. Tell the kids, listen, you don't have to go to that combine.
It used to be, Al, they were afraid not to.
Right.
It's funny. They asked Mayock, who was the GM, fired with right around Gruden's time. They asked Mayock. They said something. Well, what do you tell the kids? I thought that was interesting. Like when we used to give a standardized test,
Right.
and I had the line, "Is your name on it?" Then do your best.
Right.
Mayock told them, if you got 2 bites of the apple, why not take both bites? That was his philosophy.
Okay.
I imagine there's been guys hurt there now and again, though.
I think so too.
Running,
Yeah.
they're busting, they're trying to go.
Lives are
I
handled.
saw last year the one receiver from Washington kept trying to get the one cone, the kid who went to the Bears. And every time he went to the last cone, he tipped it. And he must have gone out it. They said no one was around. They said, "What?" He said, "I'm going to get it."
How about that?
But he
That's the kind of guy I want.
kept tripping that last cone. I think the Bears. I think that quarterback from Southern Cal. When I examined his numbers, it was better than I thought it was. And with a new coach, who knows, right? Now, how about the guys? You and I have talked about the combine. Guys who don't like the East-West Shrine and such. Guys from Kutztown. Guys from Shippensburg. Guys from Slippery Rock.
That's
Cal.
the ones I look
Yeah,
for.
okay.
That's why I would
Explain,
definitely
like, tell the
The
audience.
competition's so weak during regular season, they want to see him go against somebody in the East Shrine, East-West, or the Senior Bowl. That's where they get a chance to move up the ladder. I know South Dakota State, North Dakota State always have guys move up the ladder. During that time, they move up.
The line.
Yeah, on the line of scrimmage. I don't know about the running part. If you can run, they know you can
Now,
run.
let me ask you, 50-plus tapes then aren't enough because you're depending on the competition. I know you don't go by.
Once again, I call myself the dinosaur. I'd rather watch game tape, watch how the guy closes, watch how fast he makes his cuts out of his cuts, not how fast he runs, how fast he moves out.
And what did that old timer tell you about watching film back in the day?
Yeah.
What he looked for?
3 plays that nobody else can make. If he makes 3 plays,
You know, that's really interesting.
right there.
That's really interesting to me. Really interesting. I think of the greats, whether it be Lawrence Taylor,
They
whomever.
would make a play you can't describe.
How did he do that? LeVar.
Yeah, Arrington.
LeVar Arrington. It's amazing. The old saying, though, and this is the one that it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, coming up the draft board. You got a jock strap on and shorts. How are you coming up the draft board? But guess what? Somebody does every year.
One big time.
Is it the Louisville quarterback?
I like him. I
Yeah.
like him.
Is it him, Al?
That's who the guy on the radio likes, but I don't like him. I watched him play. I don't think he's any good at all. So I hope somebody gets him. They'll find out he's not any good.
I heard the other day there are a couple quarterbacks in the
Well, that's what
College.
that's the position they study so hard.
yeah, and they're older than a couple of the couple of guys
they're
playing.
25 years old.
My God.
26 years old.
Come on.
Yeah.
We got a couple minutes left. Al, Major League Baseball, it's your time of year. You're the baseball guy. The Pirates and Guardians right now are in first place.
Yeah, there's hope eternal in spring training, and then by the All-Star break, you don't go to any games anymore because the Pirates are out of it.
I told your story the other day. I told somebody the story. They were, Al and I went to see the Red Sox and Pirates. This is years ago.
Doubleheader.
Pirates were bad. So the first game's like 16-4. When we go eat, so it's not so bad. So we get to the second game. Second inning, it's like 6-0. Al looks over to me, real serious. He says, I just want to be able to root. And it's the truth.
Yeah, well, I can root for them now because they're pitching.
Yeah, yeah, they could win 3-2.
You know, there's many a game this year that's going to be 2-2 in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
And they have a chance. So that's why their bullpen is so important to them.
Yeah, give me a hitter
You know.
and give me the kid from Mars with what he was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's a shame that the Horowitz kid, who I thought was a really good get,
Yeah.
is out. I don't understand why they wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
They're trying to say that he re-injured. I have no
Bull
idea.
Cougars.
Jeez.
You got to know it. Hey, I'm finishing on this. Do you observe the Dodgers and think they're circumventing the salary cap with this deferred nonsense? I don't think it's fair.
I just know this, that they get every good player out. I know that's the
And then we're going to end with this. Baseball will not be the same without Bob Uecker. They're going to miss that guy. He was hilarious. Hey, thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week.